Hello everyone and welcome again in another Mobile Legends hero tutorial tips and tricks. Since majority of our viewers requested to have a tutorial about Lunox, so we will be covering everything you need to know about Lunox in today's episode. What makes Lunox a powerful hero in the game is because of her powerful burst damage output and considerable sustain capabilities, which will surely devastate your enemy during teamfight. What you're about to learn in these episodes are comprehensive and concise guide about the skills and abilities of Lunox, powerful burst combos of Lunox that will surely bring your enemies to disadvantage, item build and aim lanes, and lastly, tips on how to use Lunox properly. I encourage you, my friend, to finish the video till the end because I guarantee you that right after watching this video, your Lunox gameplay will never be the same. So I won't delay this any further, and let the tutorial begin. So for the skill, with her passive skill, Lunox is able to change her element from either dark element or light element. But because of this passive skill, any cooldown reduction from items will be converted into two different attributes, depending on the elements Lunox is currently using. The light elements will convert 120% of her cooldown reduction into physical and magical defense, and the dark element will convert 80% of her cooldown reduction in magic penetration. You can switch your elements by using your skill number 1, which will explain to you. The first skill of Lunox has two types, the light element and dark element. Let's start with the light element first. With her light element skill, Lunox summons starlight energies, hitting all nearby enemies and deals magic damage. Aside from that, the light energy will return to Lunox and restore some of her HP. The more enemies that was hit by the skill, the more heal Lunox will also receive. And by the way, the HP restored is doubled if a hero was hit by the skill. Every time Lunox uses the light skill, she's gain light element stack max at 2 stacks. With her dark elements, Lunox shoots a dark energy to element dealing magic damage and slowing the target by 10% for 1 seconds. She gains 1 stack of dark elements every time she uses the skill. And by the way, this skill is high damage to enemies that has high HP. You can switch back to light element by using the light element skill. With second skill, Lunox summons an energy wave, dealing damage to all enemies along the path, and slow them for 40% for 2 seconds. This skill doesn't have any elemental, but this skill deals greater damage if you have a dark element stacks. The ultimate skill of Lunox also has two types, the light ultimate skill and dark ultimate skill. Let's start with the light first. With her light ultimate skill, Lunox turns herself into an orb and deals continuous magic damage to surrounding enemies. Aside from that, she is also invulnerable to any damage. This skill grants you to use to invade enemy and for escaping. To use this skill, you should have at least 1 stack of light element. With her dark element ultimate skill, Lunox dashes to target location and enter into a darkening. And right after using the skill, the cooldown of her dark skill number 1 is automatically removed. During the darkening state, the cooldown of her dark skill number 1 is greatly reduced. Therefore, allowing Lunox to rapidly cast her dark skill number 1. To use this skill, you should have at least 1 stack of dark element. That you have already knowledgeable about Lunox, let me show you how two powerful combos works. His first Lunox is great to use in her bursting attack. With seconds in his also great is used in 1v1 situation. That is how to initiate the combo properly. Then use your ultimate skill and second skill to slow your enemy. Then finally use your dark skill number 1 rapidly to kill your target. By the way, you can interchange the use of your skill number 2 and your ultimate skill depending on the distance of your enemy. If your target is far, then use your ultimate skill first before using the skill number 2. And if you are close to your target, then you can use your second skill before using your ultimate skill. Just take note that in using this combo, you should not dash directly toward your target, but instead dash towards the sides so that you can maintain a safe distance between you and your target. You can also pair this combo with Flicker spell to reach far enemies. So let's go now dive for the second combo. To kill enemies that has low HP, this is how to initiate the combo properly. First is have only one dark element stuck. Use your dark ultimate skill directly to your target to deliver magic damage. Immediately use your light skill number 1 to change your element, and use your second skill to slow your target. Use the light ultimate skill to become invulnerable from damage. Get away from the danger zone before the ultimate skill is expired. Then finally shoot 2 dark skill number 1 to kill your target. By the way, since this combo is very risky to use, then I highly recommend that you only use this combo if your flicker spell is available so you can easily escape just in case you fail to kill your target. So as you can see, that is how we can initiate the skill number 2. So this is my preferred item build for the game. For the early phase of the game, immediately buy a boots and 2 magic necklace, so you will not run out of mana easily. Right after buying this item, immediately proceed to building the enhanced talisman for mana sustainability and for additional cooldown reduction, which will be converted into magical physical defense and magic penetration. Right after building in the enhanced talisman, sell your magic necklace and proceed in building your magic shoes for additional cooldown reduction. Then the Cloak of Destiny for additional magic power, Lightning Truncheon for another cooldown reduction, and additional burst damage. You may also use the Necklace of Endurance as a substitute if your enemies has great sustain capabilities. You can also use your Divine Glaive just in case if the enemy core is using Athena's Shield, Holy Crystal for more power, and build the Immortality to increase your survivability. By the way, Immortality is a must, because it resists your element stack, which makes it easier for you to immediately switch to light element and secure your escape. This build will give you a total of 40% cooldown reduction, which will be converted into 60 magic physical defense and 40% magic penetration. Now the other build is the recommended item build for Mobile Legends. This build is also great to use, but it runs out of mana, especially during long fight, and it also lacks defense. But again, I want you guys to test which of the two builds suits you better based on your playstyle. Now here is my preferred emblem. What I can highly recommend is the Mage emblem with Mastery, Shop Talent. This emblem will provide Lunox additional 20 magic penetration and 10 cooldown reduction, which is gain converted into defense and magic penetration. The Mastery Shop's talent will then to buy your core items faster. For the spell, I highly recommend the Flicker spell, which will help you Lunox to escape from danger. The spell is also great to use in reaching far enemies. Now here are my tips on how to use Lunox properly. The difficult things I found about Lunox is her skill button are quite small, which makes it difficult to hit the right button accurately. If you find this problem, also same with yours, and then I recommend you that you adjust the interference in accordance to your preference. To adjust the UI, just go to the settings, then choose interfere, then tap the custom UI. In here, just choose a preset, then tap for skill, then tap each skill button and adjust the size of the button based on your preference. Right after making the adjustment, tap the applied heroes and choose Lunox. Right after this configuration, just tap save to save your changes. Since Lunox is used most of the time as a mind laner, then you are obligated to help the jungler in securing the turtle kill. Getting this important objective will provide your whole team additional gold and turtle buff to your team.